Ave Dominus Hello, I'm awake. Not really. Was up for way too long and slept in a not comfortable thing. I kind of deserve what's come to me. Hi everyone, I'm the Ron. Trying to be awake. Trying to be Alan Wake. I have no clue if I sound good or bad or disgusting. We're gonna find that out, I guess, in about 2.5 seconds. I'm gonna do a little audio check. Checking the mic. Check. Alright, that's enough. But yes. You know, the issue that came about last time I tried to play this has been resolved. Now relax. My own fucking channel, please. I love Sana, but, you know, I gotta monitor my own channel, please, and thank you. Thank you. There you go. There we go. Just smack my mic. Don't worry about it. Oh, I should get a sip of something to drink. Maybe that'll help wake me up, help revitalize me a bit. Alright, here we go. Locked in position. How do I sound? Do I sound alright? Maybe, possibly. Let me close these out real quick. Let's see. Let's see how it do. Baby boo, baby boo. Yeah, it sounds alright. Alright, hi, I'm the Ron. Let's see if we can turn up the energy levels here a bit. Let's see what that do for me. Anything at all. Let me see. Well, it helped mildly, I guess, maybe? Hold on. Alright, baby. So, I got my list. I really can't tell what's going to be comfortable seat position. Best step. So I got my my list of poetry words here. Wrote them down. Put them in alphabetical order, so as to find things easier. And let's get it. We're going to go ahead and change the category. Go. Very good. Log us in. Now, I know a little bit about... I've learned a little bit of things. Particularly vis-a-vis the need to get endings. Alright, that's enough of that. I don't have any mail yet, that's fine. Side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DLC. Do we want to do this real quick? We can do this real quick. And we'll get started. Don't get started proper, because I think we need to go through all these anyway to unlock all of the things. A Hank. Soccer tryouts, bake sale, something something. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Ugh, I miss debate club. But do you, though? Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the literature club. The days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision. What kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. Yeah, I know that feeling. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Australia. Hello? Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to turn the volume down on his headset, because that's fucking loud. Jesus. Give me 1 sec. Let me see how that sounds on playback. Yeah, there we go. You can hear the music and you can hear me. You can hear both clearly. Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I never do this. Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is in fact the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay, I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. You're a high school kid. Relax, you're 18. Don't apologize, I do that all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Everybody. Everybody. Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. It's just you. That means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, sorry. What was your name? I'm still here. Sayori. Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but Really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. No, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that... Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. Sorry that this isn't, like, a real club yet. You still be interested in joining after I found a few more members, at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing, and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. Nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Whatever. Weaker. Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! That's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. What do we do first? Well, getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then lets go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Yes, I just fucking laughed. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Porn. And I will let you interpret that however you wish. A day passes and the time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late! I'm here! It's okay. Welcome back. And... Sayori sprints over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. This is some Vince McMahon shit. Too many pronouns, pal. Oh, what's this? Take my hand. Take my hand. Take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up. The more I can lend to you. You can trust me to follow your pace. I'll trust you to set it. You can trust me to lend you a smile. I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand. Take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Hey, this is really good. It's not. It's aight. God damn. No, we love Sana, but go back to your own channel, please, Ron. Maybe we'll raid Sana again later, but right now you need to monitor your own chat. We shall see. I'm really paranoid about where I'm putting the soda. I don't need any accidents. No full computer. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but sure not. I'm not anywhere near as good as it as you are. Man, both of y'all can't hold a candle to me. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again after a week. I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. Like, the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Funny story. I had the complete opposite effect of that recently. I don't know if Renji's still lurking. Renji will have context to this. Actually, so will Risa. But, mutual buddy / mutual V-streamer, former member of great V-stream platform, U-Fracture. They are, doing a poetry reading thing. I almost said poetry contest, like it's not a fucking contest, it's weird. They're doing a poetry reading thing where people can submit their poetry, and it will be written, or it'll be read out, or if you record it, it'll be, you know, performed, whatever the case may be, or, you know, not performed, but you really tell that I'm not awake. You know, the recording will be played. That's what I'm trying to say. And I went through my oldest, not that I have many, I have 2 poetry notebooks. One is super old, and it's like the super, super old notebook that I just wrote poetry in the back half of. And then the other one's, you know, the other one. But I went into my older poetry book, and I found 2 sonnets that, like, I wrote these years ago, and I read that, and I'm like, shit, I had this in me? Like, I haven't been writing at this level in a while. They kind of, especially the second one, like, that one got me misty-eyed. Like, I started getting emotional over the shit that I wrote. So, like, you know, I'm talking my shit, but, like, you know, Monica over here, like, a week later, I don't like my poetry. I'm sitting here, years later, I wrote some shit that really got me. I was hooping. Anyway. Aw. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I would love that. Such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have... Just smack my mic again. We have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. Glad you showed me... Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh, jeez, I'm getting distracted. You want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Your brain caused trillions of dollars in property damage. Sayori, that's terrible. Tweaker. Jesus. Basic tweakonomics. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like, kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People would just come for the cupcakes and then leave. Aw, nobody would do that. Excuse me, that would be mean. No, I want to find people who are really into literature. But they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. We tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. Just fucking ask them. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! Sounds like the villain. I never said you weren't. I say that, well, that's a lie, too. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? Vision for the club. Okay, Sayori, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that! You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer and not a fucking psychopath who is having a Category 5 brain hurricane. Having brainstorm Sandy. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. The heck? Yeah, what the shit, Sayori? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know? Ugh. This sucks. Why is it so hard? Why is this so hard? That's what she said? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you a chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. Sounds like a you problem, me personally. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? Yeah. I mean, you can just share them. It's like, intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? Could we be like, express your true self? Be intimate with us! Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh! What is it? I forgot all of my things in my classroom! I must have gotten too excited and rushed in here, silly me. Rushed? But we're in... Ah, never mind. You want to get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Clary dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica! Ah! Startled me. Sorry, but it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way. This way! You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See, in there. Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. I feel like a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. You should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president! That would probably scare her away. Okay. Fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I just kind of left the flyer on her desk and then walked out. Kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. Hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. Silly. Yeah, this even though this Pepsi's caffeine free, it's perking me up a bit. After going through Sayori's list and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two went in a better spot than from where they began. Hello, blob villain. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah! I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Yes, I know what the blob is, villain. And yet I'm still calling you blob villain. Blob villain. I love how your one attempt to rankle me, liquefied boy, did nothing. But I come up with all sorts of things and you're just... You're so easy, villain. You're so easy to defeat. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Write the way to your heart? That's so cute! Yeah, you don't even remember that Liquefied Boy exists. Meanwhile, you're now Blob Villain. Blob Villain. You say that, but it broke your heart to liquefy any part of me, secretly deep down. I thought it was a little overdramatic. But Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. I feel like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but... Would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head, of how I want things to go. Shit, hold on. Bring me back to... Oh, my bad. I misclicked. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me to try my hardest at everything. I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. Excuse me, but it feels like we only have one shot at it. So, I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayuri taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Write the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. The best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. The only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too! Sayori beams and grabs her things. Go on ahead, I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait! One sec. That's alright, I just want some alone time. In that case. Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck! Viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr. Oh, Fräulein in this case. Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the clubroom. Spins her way? Sure. I should stop getting myself distracted, shouldn't I? I'm gonna be camped anywhere. Let me camp there. Alright. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. Club that I need the most? I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. One of the ways. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? Hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. The folder of poems. Feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All of me. All for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. That is why I've decided I must become the flower. What the? Wait. Sayori? Yay, new picture. Picciori. Oh, this art's super cute. Any more for me? What? Oh, never mind. Yeah, whatever you said. So to get everything, you need to unlock all the pictures and stuff. You basically have to unlock all the unlockables, which is kind of what you needed to do the first time as well, but there are more unlockables to unlock. So, that's what we're working on. Another day passes in a flash. And it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. I let her go to therapy and to start Wellbutrin or whatever. What kind of club president does that? I mean, you also didn't know, so, like, you know, why are you blaming yourself? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feeling. Much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the clubroom with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? Really sorry. Such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. Made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Excuse me. Sayori responds quietly. Talking about. But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. Wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, you're so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, you do this, then you're just being selfish. I mean, I don't know about that. Oh, hold on. Shit. Hold on. I'm doing a little audio checking. The paranoia is kicking in. I don't know about that. Alright, yeah, no, that works. Then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things. But as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. Sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. Would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is a literature club. A place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. That behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you, true? Or, like, if there's a good string of words that enters into your brain, like, do that. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. Supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You could just start by writing your feelings and what kinds of things it makes you think of. Then you could turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's like not building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. Like a collage. Yeah, weaker. It's a collage where you find all the things you want to put in, and then you arrange them in a brain. I haven't seen collage written down. Like, here we are. A couple of villains are here. Yes, that is exactly how you pronounce that word. Like a collage where you put all the things you want to put in, and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. Not like it's the only way. Oh, what's the matter? What happened, Dus? But it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Butt stuff. Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. Almost threw up at the toilet on interest. Oh boy. Coming down with something? You eat something that was bad? What's happening? Stop being a perfectionist. Idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down. They sent you to your room at the base. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well... Yeah, feeling better now, though, after 4 hours of sleep. Hey, you know what? If the sleep helped... Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites "you idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. Kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for. Then I did that exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Phew. But geez, I have been farting for the last 2 hours. Alright, so it was something, probably something you ate. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to really try really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. Man, I kind of want to play Potion Permit again. I know that's random, but just... the thought of streaming Potion Permit came back into my brain. Ew, probably my sister was also sick Saturday. Did she eat the same stuff you ate? What was that? Give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it, but I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing with you. Wait, what? Oh. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. We won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it! Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Gotcha. My sister said tries to lose weight by eating chocolate, and I try to lose weight by eating half of what I normally eat. Interesting. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. Honestly, I could have used stronger trigger warnings for stronger stuff, but I get it. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. Only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. So much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Right the way into your heart. Just came to wish you a good night. Yeah, go get some sleep. You need it. Especially if you're recovering from, you know, whatever caused your stomach issues, whether it was something you ate or whatever else. You get some sleep. Appreciate you, tall villain. I know the small villain appreciates you as well. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. And you probably heroes don't curse villains. It's villains that curse heroes, and then heroes overcome it and defeat them. So, you know, you're trying to do the whole like reverse psychology gaslight thing. It's expected of villains, so I'm not mad at you about it. You know, it's to be expected. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to her previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Am I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. Yeah, small villain, hug the tall villain. But with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. The bait club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Don't seek perfection. Monica slides the paper from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Me too. You too? New flyer looks so good. Been working so hard. The club. But also something else, I think. Can't do it. Sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. God, ain't that the truth. Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Sayori. Really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. If I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like 1,000,000 times better than me. It's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. Something about me that I've never told anyone before. But now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday, I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you, more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? For a minute, like, I had a hard time parsing that sentence. I'm like, alright, no, that actually makes sense. Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? That's not how that works! I never tell anyone about these kinds of things. So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. Just so much easier. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. I mean, your tune will change. Well, in theory. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. Just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. I'll make your therapist happy, because, you know, you're making them more bread. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right. It was right for me to do. Yeah, that's accurate. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. So silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. Like. Hold on, let's appreciate this for a minute. Not really a hug, but sure. Also, the lighting makes Monica and Sayori look like sisters, which is cute in its own way. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that all of the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. So worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. Fix your fucking curtain. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything. You set this whole thing up. What do you mean? And it just feels like everyone has to put up with me, and I hate it. Hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. And now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. Fucking, again. Find a therapist. Get on medication. It worked wonders for me. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. It works so well for me that, like, even the times when I like, skip my medicine, I don't really feel it. Like, there are a couple times, like, for just whatever reason, I've gone several weeks without being on my meds, and it, like, I'm fine. Crazy. Crazy how it works. Shirley wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. Just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. And me just circling around this, fix your curtain. And Monica can't magically make them go away. Ron, focus. Don't break the mood. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value. To me and your other friends, too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. It's barely a club before you. Really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I'd still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision. You also brought happiness. That's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer. Not really an embrace, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her tear. Guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. That's what makes you happy. If it makes you happy... Whatever. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Thank you! Larry nods. Scary. Since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah, well, of course it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired and hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Yuri. Anyway. Yeah. Like, even if it's not a therapist... I know certain services like what I use, you need to be seeing a therapist before you can see a psychologist. Psychiatrist. So like and I think you can get into a position where like I think you can get into a position where you can like kind of go into a maintenance program where it's like, you know, you don't really have to see your therapist all that much. Like you can only sort of see them, but you could still, you know, get, you know, you could still do you could still see your psychiatrist and all that. But like the point is, therapy has worked for a lot of people. It doesn't really do much for me. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. But you should still try anyway. Even if it's a prerequisite to, hey, give me meds to sort out my brain chemistry. Because, like, the therapy didn't do much. It still doesn't do much, but boy, oh boy. And I know I've talked about this in the past. It doesn't, like, the medication doesn't make me feel like a different person. It makes me feel the way I used to feel. Like, the times where the depression used to hit and it used to be bad, and the times where, I guess we need to fucking trigger warning this. The times where I had suicidal thoughts and you know, made my really shitty attempts on myself. Those didn't feel like me. That didn't feel like it didn't feel like the person I had been growing up. They always kind of felt like aberrations, and kind of once I started getting on medicine, it wasn't like, oh, I'm suddenly having this weird kind of surge of artificial habit. No, I felt the way I used to feel. Like it just kind of felt like, oh, I didn't feel like myself then, and I feel like myself again. I this is what I know myself to feel like, and the emotions, whatever. So like, you know, something something professional help, something something side story. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway and then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Oh. Huh? Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. He very conspicuously mouths to Monica. It's her! It's the girl! It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club. Even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. You want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Anyway. You know. I'm Sayori and this is Monica. Sayori, Nice to meet you. You like fantasy? Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes, have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? I can't say I have. Is that a real person? I've never heard of him, but that don't, mean much. Annabelle Dupont. That's not a real author. I'm so glad that even Reddit was like, hey, is this real? Yep, alright. Gotcha. Fake body. I mean, it makes sense, but, I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to. Sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in the locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. Be right back. I'll go get them for you. You'll go read Adam T.S. Conlon. You're into fantasy. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. My god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, like, no experience with fantasy. That may be stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably, like, a joke compared to what she's into. Fantasy is a genre that's... when it's written well, fantasy can be really, really, really good. It's also a genre that's very easy to fuck up and very easy to write, like, cheap garbage, trashy, you know, whatever. So, I'm always like, that and sci-fi, like, the gulf between them is insane. Or can be. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new... You can't see my mouse cursor, I don't think. I just realized. Oh, hell yeah, I turned off my mouse cursor, because I'm a genius, maybe. I don't really know. We have a new club member. How did I only just now notice? Y'all can't see the basic-ass mouse cursor. All good. It's for the best, like, here. That you can't see it. It's like, it's distracting the hell out of me. I guess you couldn't see me circling the friggin' the ripped curtain. It's fine. We're moving on. We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. Because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. For a minute, this looked like when Monica's in the foreground and they're in that pose, it looks like Monica's holding Sayori's hand, and it's super cute. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Right there! It kind of looks like Monica's holding Sayori's hand. That's really cute. Oh, wait, hold on. You can see the mouse now. Hold on. Hola. Oh, you can see the mouse. It's just... Or, hold on. Yeah, you can see the mouse. I'm just tweaking. I'm a tweaker. It's fine. We're not going to talk about it. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably going to need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. The first book is probably going to be smaller than that. Like, it's probably not going to be as big. That's how these things work. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. Makes her way back to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about as equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. I mean, if Annabelle Dupont is an established author already, like, that's where it would make sense, but, like, if she's still kind of fresh-faced, like, her publisher was probably like, yeah, no, pump the brakes on word length here. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There's some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe. Got it. That explains why it's so big. So going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Larry nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. Do I have to pay? I don't really have to pay. Give you those points back, because I don't really, you know, I might complete the rest of these go-ons. You know, I think, like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. Yeah, I just watched one of my buddies talk about, whatchamacallit. Food costs. And it's like, yeah, no, for real. Gotta go get those. While the ants haven't been in my bathroom. Hi, Luna! How are you? You know, I think, like, if we're gonna be reading it, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh. Okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide to join the club? I'm good. Nearly made a grown man cry. Ooh, tell me about it. What happened? How much did he deserve it? I'm sure he deserved it a lot. Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. The community got together and gifted him enough money for a new PC and then some. Well, so he deserved it, but in a good way. All under his nose. Ooh-wee! You love when that works out. Especially new PCs. Like, I'm looking to my right at this big body chonker of a case that's so big, like, it's so big that there's like a ton of open space. Not a ton of open space, but there's at least several inches open space between the GPU and the glass end, and there's a lot of big open space, so like airflow is beautiful. It's the second time we've done it. Let's go. You know what? Good. I thought it was like someone was a douchebag and you ripped into him. But yeah, no, that's the good kind of making a grown man cry. We love to see it. Monica came into my classroom, put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. I want a quilt, just know I know how to get people to help. Well, that's true. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, like, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Same, girlfriend, same. Yeah, no, I hear you, Luna. We shall see. But I'm glad that you are good otherwise. I'm glad you're doing well, and, you know. That's a hell of a thing to do, to raise money for a new PC for someone and they don't even realize it. God, I love this new PC too. It's got, you know, the RGB lights on the fan, so it's, you know, the modern aesthetic that everyone loves, but I fuck with it. It's a good look. His girlfriend's idea. Hey, let's go. The twist, I'm his girlfriend. No, I'm kidding. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. It was actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. Yeah, true. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like, genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, there's things you would think are dumb. Try it, tweaker. Bark. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into? Suppose that would be okay. Okay, well, I'm pretty into, like, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes. I still need to make a business card, shit. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off to the last minute. But yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. Sounds quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. Scissors and paste. So, I have to share something that I'm into now. So I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. I'm not. Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. Peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. True facts! That's a fucking vibe. Like, people watching, to a lesser extent, like, it's kind of an extension of that, and it's cool, but, like, just to, like, be sat down, like, on a bench outside and no one's around at all, or, like, the people who are around, they pay you no mind. It's like you're not even there. That shit slaps. It's incredible. When do you like to do that? Just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do if you don't let it slip through your fingers. Three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Had to blow me nose. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. Excuse me. So, are you two going to be starting on that book? The next club meeting? That's the plan. So excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! By the way, how are you, Shaddy? That was a good Shaddy sex bang. As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything. I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. Feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? Made me happy. Where there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. In combat. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? Kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Yuri pulls out a gun. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the clubroom, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the clubroom. Club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first was so inconsiderate of me. It's fine. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. It's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? Exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. Fucking Christ. The Ron pad keeps thinking I'm saying, you know, the Apple assistant's name whenever I say Yuri. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. Ah, it's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Tweaker. Big stretch. Thank you, villain. Thank you, villain, for the self-care. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Why? Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes, if you say so. Notes? I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy. Look at me, I'm like the villain. I'm a mature woman. Definitely not an adult-age child. Exactly, I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. What's the joke? What's the joke? But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. What's the fucking joke? Probably that you're treating the reading like it's a, like, you know what, whatever. You're a good bean. We'll leave it alone. You're not like Risa the villain over here. You're actually a good girl. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help it. I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Is she? Please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. I can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. You know what? True. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. We're not going to talk about it. Especially you. No! Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. How much of Tolkien has been ripped off? That's always the key question here. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. That made me think of the time that Games Workshop sued Blizzard because of how much Warcraft was similar to Warhammer. And I wasn't like super I was more familiar with 40k as a concept. I wasn't like the most familiar with traditional Warhammer. And I don't remember how that lawsuit went. I think Warcraft won it, maybe. But it was one of those like, no, not just the names, Warcraft, Warhammer, but like, once I started to learn more about Warhammer, I 100% saw, I'm like, oh yeah, no, Warcraft stole this entire vibe. Like, I get it. I get the complaint. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspects of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? A lot of time and a lot of thinking and a lot of references to, like, actual history. It's like the exact opposite of the stuff. It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. The kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. Ah, you're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. Means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Well, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book! I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. I kind of bounce between being patient and having no patience at all. Zero patience. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, Chapter 1. Weird butt stuff. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Well, in this context, it essentially means he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue is cultural references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Footnotes are dope. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. They didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, and finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and adding to them. Always refer to the fucking footnotes! But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. What are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? Not sure I understand. It's not really a question of if you're doing well or not. It's, you know... A, are you understanding it? B, are you having fun? You can even reverse those order. You know, reverse that order. Not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way you do. The way that you do. Wazoo wazoo. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I say, Yuri quietly gathers her things. Oh. Yuri thinks that Sayori is just entertaining her again. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But, I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. Sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. Sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayori is left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. My fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. I could have trusted me with this. The only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible. Is it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah. I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. Hear me out. Is it possible? Is it possible that her book sucks? And we're just kind of being nice about it. Is it possible that that series is trash fantasy and people like it for whatever fucking reason, but it's terrible? Is that possible? I don't know. I need to do better for her. Well... We're gonna waste 2 fucking hours on side stories. Ollie. That's fine. It has to be done. What was that flash? Oh, it was the Doki Doki symbol. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety... Hey, what's good, Azir? We're going through side stories because I learned that, you know, to do all of the things to get full completion in this, you have to collect all the things. That's what we're doing. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. I'm not going to fight you. I agree. Monika's best girl. I can't disagree with that, even a little bit. Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? Doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. My best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best! But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. I'm gonna laugh out of this, but Biscuit Deck, I'm probably gonna pair with the ACPU girls! You have 2 out of the 3 doggos. Now you just need Jackal. Oh, I got a pity, like, late last night. I got a pity siren. You know, like, when you're pulling on a banner and the glow is purple, but it's just, like, right at the very end, you get that SSR golden glow. Like, just when the 2 bits lock in. And that's sort of like the, oh, we gave you a pity SSR. Yeah, I got one of those, and I got siren off of that. So now, because of the golden... I spent some golden pity on... I think 2 dupes of her. So my siren is now max limit break, which is cool. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri, not Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? Such a pushover sometimes. I'm going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. They're not going to care. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so... Yuri? Ah! Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. Also, my coworker agrees Red Hood will always forever be queen. I mean... From a meta perspective, like, we're seeing a lot of really, really good Nikkes. But, like, from a meta perspective, Red Hood's still kind of the best character. You know? She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff? Yes! Monica's utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay. Kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. Like, yeah, there's amazing Nikkei all over. When Red Hood left so much of her impression with everyone, that legacy will never die. Also, oh yeah. True facts. It's a little ironic she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Someone put forward the idea, and it's basically the plot of Cyberpunk 2077, but I still fuck with it. And I think it's interesting, and it could end up going somewhere. Someone put forward the idea that Red Hood's personality is slowly consuming and taking over Rappy's, and that a future plot point in the game might be where, like, Rappy completely loses herself to Red Hood. And, like, it might turn into an antagonistic thing, I don't know. But it was one of those, like, it was a cool thought. If they end up, you know, doing the Johnny Silverhand thing. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. Yeah, got it. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. Does self-loathing really need a trigger warning? Whatever. So, How's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Hold on. My butt hurts. Ha! That's better. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Sorry I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? So I do like the fan comic of Red Hood approaching MC in a red dress and saying, "Hey buddy, want to see something funny?" and switches to Rappy, and Rappy is super— Aha! I don't remember if I've seen that, but that's really good. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. Kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? Not into it, and I'm really stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Something happened? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. Shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly, I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. If I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. Funny story, I have with a Monica cosplayer I ran into. I called her best girl and she gave me a business card that says just Monica and then pulled out a custom mask of the cutout mask of the face. Ooh! Okay. Classic. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone, otherwise what kind of club would it be? Hey. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Yeah, no fucking duh. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? Just fucking talk. I don't know. What are you into? Talk about it. I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. That's called info dumping. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm not good with people. I can't help it. Okay. Yuri's on the spectrum confirmed. Just an interesting little added tidbit to her. We still love her. Not as much as Monica, but we still love her. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of, taken pity on. And Sayori falls into the third category. What? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice for me. So stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. Slow down, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, I just realized something. Hold up. Okay, my bad. What the hell, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, moving on. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stop short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monika looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. You can never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship is one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? Sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monika hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend, I promise that. Shut the hell up, Sayori. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... It's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. That's called projecting. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. For the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monika smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monika's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monika finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monika mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club group once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I'm failing to see the self-loathing part, but whatever. Can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monika. You're not going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own, though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use, like, an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet! Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. The page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fists against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. Sorry. 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 Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No. It's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently. I'm weird. I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. I thought that if we did something together that you really like... I don't want your pity! I do that. Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks. Sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this. Before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. Promise, I understand that. I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Well, bang, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. Gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts and speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. So horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. That's, how that works. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people. Stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you. How much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah. Rational fears. Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. Aw. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you really consider it in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. The literature club. I mean, no disrespect, but that is kind of true. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Excuse me. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise, that's what I really want. A bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that, but I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Your hair is so pretty. Oh, whoa! I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. Truly don't like it, please. What? If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not going to judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, and, not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no, I'm sorry! I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back! Shabibi! Monika's back! I haven't seen you, like, at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monika. Ah! She whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Ah. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. Like our first real activity as the literature club. Ah, about that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you. Learn about the things that you like. Yes! You like poetry? Yuri smiles. Cool. Moving on. Aw. The Stussy S! Of course there's a fucking Stussy S. Types of poetry. Haiku, sonnet. Acrostic poetry. Dog, sonnets are... These are... Well, I write more like... I don't really write a lot of haiku. I write more... I think it's choka. I can never remember which one's tanka and which one's choka. But... Now I gotta look it up. Now I gotta look it up. Okay. It is tanka. So, I write more tanka. Basically, the concept, if you will, is that there's choka, which is long poem. You know, it's called long poem because it's kind of a not necessarily limited set of lines of stanzas. So there's choka, then tanka was derived from that, and then haiku was derived from tanka. So like, I write some haiku, I write more tanka. I mean, when U Fracture does their thing, you're gonna be hearing the Petrarchan sonnets that I wrote, because you know that's kind of my jam. But yes, packing list, suit, sunscreen, bucket, towel, floaty, trash baskets. Oh damn, Natsuki a hooper. Look at that. To do, wake up, get ready, go. Get up. I feel like that's a reference somewhere. Up early, you are loved. All of the positive affirmations, balance. I'm looking through. I want breakfast. Milk, egg, sticky notes. Don't forget, ask Monica about this. Forgot what you weren't supposed to forget. You are my sunshine. Make me happy when skies are. Oh dear. Math thing. Study for quiz. Pack snacks. All right, cool. Let's move on because we wasted a lot of time here. Not really wasted time because this is all like working towards what we need to do. But, you know, we got hoop. Doki. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is what we want. Alright, let's show our poem to Sayori. I forgot that I called him bastard for a minute. Oh yeah, and I read a poem already previous to this. Oh, I might get my notebook out later. Bastard. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. Hey, I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the one who feels that way, so... Hey? No way! Not even Natsuki? I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how she likes something. But I don't think it's that. Mean. Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. A lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Eh? True facts. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop thinking weird things, idiot. Crackhead. Stop calling her an idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? You somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Wait, who's been saying that shit? Let's not talk about that. Oh. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. Guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. Your fault for getting in my business all the time. Speaker? Eh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, bastard. Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, the first time you've written something for me. The second time, but sure. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we get home. When we go home. Really? Snap. Ah! I broke my pencil! Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. Being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry! It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Please, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. Warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Hey, you actually wrote a little bit of an English sonnet there. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. And all her happy thoughts. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, other way around. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. Not good. See that? Almost kind of creepy. See? Not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. You're terrible! Well, I guess, 18 years old, you don't really know how to express yourself. You don't have that gift like me. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, bruh. Rough. It's rough out here. Yeah. Writing's the best. I just finished Unbreakable Bubble. Ooh. I need to go through hard mode, which I'm going to be doing after this. I'm going to keep writing until I die. Whoa. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri has always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Tweaker. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Give poem to Monica. Nah, just seeing Siren and Cindy getting back together. Yeah. Hi again, bastard! How's the writing going? Right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Yeah, no, that's a better way to deliver that line. Hold on. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. Glad you're enjoying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Dog. I wouldn't count on that. Yeah, you ain't got the Ron skills for real. You never know. Yeah. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two were like the dynamic duo. Kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. You do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. Not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. I will, just relax. You could talk to me every now and then, too. I agree. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony. Meaningless noises. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Save me, load me. Huh. Even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words totally changed the mood of the poem. Almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. Hey. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. Putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Never know when you might change your mind. That's your hint on how to, get all the people. Or when something unexpected may happen. We already know, but, Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Weaker. That's... Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I really can't say it's any better either. Whew. Huh? Phew, what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's... Something tells me not to completely miss the point. To think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Hey, you think so? Yeah, well I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. You never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know! But honestly, how can someone so... fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? The fuck does that mean? Like she's dragging around a dead weight. I'll slap the taste out your mouth, little girl. Ugh, it was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say that we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chords, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Not bad, right? Quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. Yesterday's one was better. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Yeah, alright. I kinda get it. Like anyone would agree on the subject of this poem. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. Well, that just makes people stupid. I agree. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Agree more. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Couldn't agree more. You're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. What I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. I mean, only one person left. Are you still mad at me? Hey? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday. Because reading this poem Now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? No. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How can I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. I'm about to jingle keys to get you focused again. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants. It's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please. It makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Okay, everyone! We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? Not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Hey, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Oh, bet. I'll feast on that shit. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who has been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. Man, get over yourself. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Eyes. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. Tweaker, weaker. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. The more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone. We'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. It's fucking literature! Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. If all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting... And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. Club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway. Let's move on to the main event. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. WrestleMania. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Yeah, it's kind of like she wrote it herself. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. We're just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ah! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. A moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. It must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. And glances around her, as if she's bewildered, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Yeah, but you couldn't give her a standing ovation, so like... No, I'm kidding. Not that we didn't want to applaud for her. But we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. A lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Just get up and read. Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Bastard liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work at all. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Festival! Okay. Okay, who's next? Natsuki? Huh. Don't make me go before Bastard. I don't think I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Bastard lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put the energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Hey, yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Huh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. I think it's is that a Marky Mark song, or is that a different... It's a 90s house song, for sure. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Hold on. Ow! What? Yeah. Alright, that's better. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. Wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Urashi! Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. We're working out really nicely so far. I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow. And then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, and I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like this. Like that? Whatever. Like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it? These guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. That's a cute expression. Monica leaning into Yuri like that. That's cute as hell. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Okay, bastard, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. Let's just say that one day Yuri asked to... let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I'll walk home with Sayori. So, we know she wants to make other people... This is one of those, like, having gone through the side story, this is one of those Faustian, like, there's no good answer. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Hey? But, so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Bottle full of bub. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. So silly, bastard. Think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trails off. Kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care about so much. But I want to respect her and keep her happy, too. And again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Ron does. Son of Beach! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get a drink. Get my sips on. Got a brand new can here that I'll do. Big stretch. And then I will go down my list of words. What? How are you, my friend? Oh, goodness. All right. Let's see. Misery. Get me pep here, Corb. All right. Misery is a good word for the third poem. That's a 2-pointer. Whose word is that? Oh, it's no one's word. Yes, it is. I lied. That's Yuri's word. My bad, my bad, my bad. Playing video games during my lunch break. Hey, that's what's up. That's the power. Love. Alright, we need a better word for her. Because love is only a 1-pointer. Destiny. Oh. Twirl. No. Vibrant. No. Special. There's a word for her, but not a good word. Flower. No. Death. Death? Yeah, death. Daydream would work too. Yeah, daydream would have been fine as well. Romance, no. Unrequited works. Hope also works. Heart. Explosion. Oh. Well, oh, whatever. Not really gonna matter. Bouncy bounce. Then we'll go unrequited. We'll go hope. dear. I got myself distracted. We're gonna get out of that for a minute. Zunzet. No. Drawbangly. No. Charm is a word, but defeat is one of them, but let's see if we can go for something slightly better. No. Incongruent. No. Headphone. No. Cage. No. Vivacious. Sadness is probably one of hers. Yeah, but it's a shitty one. So kind of defeat is really the only one here. Well, broken is immediately one that works. So is dark. Ocean? Oh, well, that's one of her words, but not one of the good ones. Precious, unrestrained, no. Extreme, no. Vertigo. Alright, well. Right you, ya bunch of dicks. Oh, is dream not one of her words? That's not. Daydream is one of them. I saw dream. Rainbow is one of them, but it's not a good one. Eternity is not there. Memory. That is one of them, but not a good one. We said dream bed is a word, but not a good one. Inferno. So none of these words are like good words. We kind of have to just pick a word. Kind of have to pick a word. I'm just looking through real quick. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Who has Dream? Oh, Yuri has Dream. Makes sense. Color. Sure. Alright, cry is a good word for her. Food is not. Electricity is not. Fantasy is. I don't know whose word is fantasy. Oh, it's Natsuki. Nibbles. What nibbles? Uncontrollable. Probably one of Yuri's. Yeah. Booble. Of course, no bubbles. Boop. Speaker. Together is a good word for her, but not the best word. So it's fry. Fry. Okay. Oh shit, I just saw the time. So I guess we'll finish this poem, then we'll call it a night. I'll have to read one of mine. Playground is not one of Sayuri's words. Contamination is not. Socks. Not. Fun is. But we can go better. Art. B is not one of hers. Uncanny is not. Hawaii is not. Nightgown, I think, is Yuri's. I don't remember. Not insight. All right, so it's fun. Okay. Dance. Meager. Dance is one of hers, but it's not a good one. Question is not one of hers. Imagination is not one of hers. Fear is, and it's a good one. Raindrops is not one. Hair. No. Shame is a good one. Essen. You know what? Have morals and ethics. Starscape is not one of her words. Joy is, and joy's a good one. Philosophy. Waterfall. No. Vivid. No. Tears is a good one for her. Funny is not. Lollipop is not. Kitty, nope. Amazing. Alright, we're gonna go. Let's go Joy. Joy is a good one for her on this. Alright, wonderful is one of her words, but not what we're looking for. Empty. Probably go empty. Unending, no. Sweet is a word, but it's not a good one. Swimsuit is not one of hers. Unstable, nope. Vitality, nope. Portrait, nope. So what was it? It was empty, yes? Yeah, empty. Holiday is one of hers, but we can go better. Third is, I think Yuri's. What? Who's got skirt? Oh, that's fucking Natsuki. My bad. Let's see. Holiday. We can do better. Rose. Oh, Rose is one of Sayori's. She emailed. Email. No. Loud is a good word for her, but not a great one. Nope, not milk. Lee, nope. Wrath, nope. Alright, so Rose. Just double check. Yeah. Determination is not one of her words. Infinite. Not one of her words. Treasure is, but we can do better. Lust is not one of her words. Ambient is not one of her words. Frightening. Not one of her words. Covet is not one of her words. Mouse. Not one of her words. Raincloud is. But we can do better. Not one of her words. Alright, so it's what? Treasure and Raincloud. Let's go treasure. Forgive is a good word. Might go there. Pain is a good word. Entropy is not one of her words. Shiny is not. Pout is not. Lazy is, but we can do better. It's a weak body word for this one. Prayer. Oh, smack my mic. I'm going to refund your points, Villain, because I don't even know that we're going to go 5 minutes. Because we're just about ready to wrap up here. I'm basically just finishing this poem, and that's it. So, have your points back. What do we say? We said lazy, prayer. Hey, you want me to time you out for the rest of the time that we're here, Villain? Would you like that? Would you enjoy that in your life? Me timing you out right now? Or yeah, alright, we'll go with forgive. Forgive and prayer are both really good words for Sayori. Bliss is a word, but we can do better. Clumsy is a word, but we can do better. Marriage is a word, but we could do better. Judgment's not one of our words. Games is not one of our words. Promise is a word, but we could do better. Embrace is a good word. Not Valentine. Not lipstick. Not chocolate. Alright, embrace is the word. Lucky is a good word, but we could do better. Alright, Villain, I don't like your fucking attitude. Got him. So what were we saying? Lucky is a word, but we could do better. Puppy is not. Giggle is not. Crimson is not. Friends is a good word, but we could do better. Not peace. Peaceful, but not peace. Childhood is a good word, but we could do better. Anxiety is not one of your words. Party. Alright, so this is one of those, like... you know, pick a sub, whatever. Excitement is a good word, but we can do better. Grief is a good word. Extraordinary is a good word, but we could do better. Tenacious is not a word. Misfortune is a good word. Doki Doki is not one of your words. Doki Doki is... I don't remember who had Doki Doki. Oh yeah, Natsuki. Passion is a good word, but we could do better. Smile is not one of your words. A smile? What? Just because I'm not... Is smile not one of the words at all? No, it's here. I'm a crackhead. It's one of Sayori's, but it's not a good one. So what do we say? We said grief was a good word. Grief and misfortune right now. Smile is... Dazzle's a good word, but we could do better. Parfait is not one of your words. Alright, so let's go... Go misfortune. It doesn't really matter. None of this changes anything. Go grief. Sure. Jumpy, no. Atone is a good word. Warm is a good word, but we could do better. Alone is a good word. I'm sorry, it's alone, not atone. Not bad. Sugar's not a word. Thing is a good word, but we could do better. Uncle Fester's not a word. Ribbon's not a word. Music is a word, but we could do better. Someone else has desire. What is desire? Oh, you have desire. Go alone. Alone's a good word. Alright, feather's a good word, but we could do better. Captive's not a word. Pink, not a word. Whisper's not a word. Landscape's not a word. Variance is not a word. Laugh is a good word, but we could do better. What was melancholy? I don't know why I'm stopping to like look through these that don't really make whatever. Scars is a good word. Yeah, scars is the word. Anime is obviously not a word for her. Disarray's not a word. No marshmallow. Not disaster. Not intellectual. Not whistle. Nature's a word, but we could do better. Awesome's a word, but we could do better. Alright, so it's between nature and awesome. Sure, buddy. Oh, whatever you have to say, sweetie, it doesn't matter right now. Because we gotta call it a night. Okay. Do we unlock anything new here? Oh, we unlocked this. Oh, yeah, we unlocked a couple new poems. Yep. Yorp. Yorp. And, yeah, that'll do it. We are good for the time being. And what a time it's been. Something, something. Anyway, sorry, I just noticed something that was funny. So yeah, I think that'll do it. A fun time was had. Oh, I'm pooped. No, for those of you who managed to come out here and watch this live, love and appreciate you for watching this live. If you are watching this on the VOD, I hope you'll join me live every Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm toying with the idea of starting a little earlier tomorrow than 6. Because, of course, tomorrow we will not be going 5 p.m. We'll be starting an hour later, as, you know, hour later than what we usually do. Because we're going to be being interviewed by Sharky. It's just my Sharky, but not Sin, Sharky. Specifically Sharky. You know, doing a little Shall We Date VTuber. So I'm very excited for that. And, you know, the rest is the rest. All right. A lot of people are on. Who do I want to raid? I want to raid. Oh, Sana's still going. Yuki is playing Undertale. I could raid Kira. What am I gonna raid? Audric is playing something. Let's raid either Madoka or Yuki. You know what? Let's raid Yuki. I feel like the vibes, the transition vibes are better this way, you know? I feel like Undertale is a better transitional vibe than Dark Souls, you know, going from Doki Doki. All right, so yes, I'm gonna get out of here. Take care, be well. Hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. I'm really excited. Dog, you have no idea how excited I am for tomorrow. It's gonna be great. Anyway, I'm out of here. Take care, be well. Bye-bye.
Peccatori